Alright, so we have a lot of new question and answers regarding to Wild West Online. So here's what the developers said. Okay. Will there be a third person or first person view, or is it switchable? Game will be both first and third person camera that you can switch on the fly. You can adjust the FOV of the first person camera, so that's good. First field of view. I'll put a link to this in the description so you guys can look at it yourself if you need to. How will the servers be set up, specifically regarding to our characters? Will we have one character per server like WoW and most other MMOs, or will our character move freely between multiple servers without player necessarily noticing, like we see in GTA Online? You have one character that you freely move between servers. Is your class chosen ahead of time, or is it based on skill progression, and can you dump skills down the road in favors for others? There are no classes in the game. We're still debating exactly on how character progression will work, but if we do one, it will be based on skilled progression. Will WWO have sort of equipment gear with stats to work, progress towards like other games, WoW, Rift, Guild Wars 2, etc., or be cosmetic like GTA? Clothing cosmetic items will not have stats. Guns and other usable items will have different stats. Will WWO be available first on Mac OS at release or only for Windows? The release will be only for Windows, and we will consider a Mac port if there will be significant interest from Mac players. So Mac users, make sure to be loud if you want it. When the first playable alpha or beta be released? We are planning mid-summer release. Our first alpha be open to the public. Will WWO be based on character leveling system, skilled progression system, or will it be Twitch Flex action MMO? The game will mostly rely on your skills and not a leveling system. Will this be a historical context? If so, which time period? Pre-Civil War, post-Civil War, or late West Big Jake style? Or will this be an alternative universe, Wild West, where storylines revolves around huge undiscovered territory that just opened up? The game will be based on Old West of the late 1800s, early 1900s, but no historical correct and not reference on any real world events. How in depth is the character creation? We're still working on how deep initial character creation customization will be. Will you be able to choose the sex of the character, face, hairstyle, and hair color? Also probably skin tones. Will you be able to own a ranch or farm? Will it just be a house? You'll be able to own a house, farm in the game, and you'll be able to customize your house and even decorate to some extent. What kind of system are planned being implemented to support roleplay, such as emotes, character animations, chats, dedicated servers, etc.? We will have a set of community-run managed RP servers. Yes, the game will feature emotes, animation, text, chat, and voice chat to support role-playing. Will all keybinds to all WWO's available gameplay control function be completely customizable? Yes, every single keybind will be customizable. Regarding to cosmetic content to be offered in cash shops, will you be sticking strictly to design and color palette that actually fits the WWO's theme and genre? Yes, this is the plan. We'll clearly stay away from spacesuits, neon rave suits, and anything like that. WWO devs, have you had the chance to view the polls? Have you been set up by the forum members to observe public opinion and preference of gameplay mechanics? We are monitoring the forums, but unfortunately we don't have the time to give you feedback on all those polls. Will you be leaving us ladies in skirts and dress? Will we be wearing trousers, clamps, and normal shirts? Will there be any racy clothing for women? Can we mix and match outfits? Yes, you can mix and match outfits. We'll have shirts, trousers. Here are some of the ideas. Nothing final, and that we have for the ladies. Okay, let's see what they got for the girls. Oh, yeah, me like. Will the servers be available for people with diverse playstyle? Example, role-playing, PvP, PvE, RP, PvP, RP, PvE. We'll be offering two different types of servers. Officially, that features PvP and PvE mixed activities. as well as community managed and RP servers, where the community will set their own rules for each server. Really, the community will set the rules? Well, this game actually supports teaming up with other players to do mission objectives. Yes, you'll be able to group up with other players to form a posse, aka a group. Will there be something endgame for those that aspire to advance in the game? Example, raiding, mining, dungeons. We have some ideas here, such as raids, but we want to keep that under wraps for now. Why should people make clans and Wild West online than other groups with your friends, or you find other like-minded are their incentives? Joining a clan have its own benefits. As players get passive perks will depend on how the clan performs. We'll have more details on that later this summer. Are you planning on having non-cowboy factions in the game? There are no factions, so to speak, in Wild West Online. It's up to you who you choose to be in the world and who you ride with. Is the game going to be played on a universal server, region server, or is this going to be where players can host their own server with their own settings? All servers will be hosted by us, thank God. There will be allowed players to manage some sort of community RP servers. We'll have offer official servers that will be hosted in different regions. Player will be free to join any servers with no region restriction. The problem with that is, what if there is a ping issue, like in Rainbow Six Siege? If ping actually, you can use ping. I doubt it. I think since it's server based, I'm pretty sure if you're from a different country, you're going to be at disadvantage with the MS. Regarding character name tags, those are always floating above player heads for all to see. Will we gain will it be permanently up there in WWO, or will they only appear when a player has targeting reticle with aim on the other players? They will appear when your mouse is over the player. Okay. Will the naming structure be identified as part of account name, account name, or just like name? Your email will be used to log in your account. Your character will have its own screen name, like Bob the Cow Slayer. Is there a max set world limit in mind yet, or will we continue on forever as it is discovered? Or will there be a corner map? Yes, the map will be restricted in size. We expect to somewhat bigger than GTA 5 map at the start, and will expand it during the first year of the game's operation. In terms of gameplay, how much freedom control do we have over our characters? Such as, will we be able to ledge climb, hop over fence, roll along the ground, prone, crouch, etc.? You'll be able to jump, crouch, and go prone. We'll look for more user control moves later on. Will the game include weapons such as sniper rifles, giving scouting players the upper hand against other players from a heightened position? We will have sharpshooter rifles with integrated scopes, but there will be weapons that require skill from the player to operate. There also won't be fast firing. Will the game focus on players being able to build an empire and fight in a gang-style battle for territory and power over the world? We're still working on the game content. We see the game will have a mature rating. What sorts of things might expect from WWO? Nudity, alcohol, violence, gore, NPC with potty mouths? Our game is clearly integrated at mature audience, so you may expect things clearly off the limits to minor. And yes, the game will have nudity. That's a win for you guys if you are into nudity. What kind of combat system will WWO have? Will it have tab target or combat free aim style? It's like any other shooter game, you aim and shoot. You've already mentioned there will be a day-night cycle. Will weather be dynamic or somehow real-time? Day-night cycle will not be real-time, and we think it'll be more like a 1 to 2 hour cycle. Will the UI be fully customizable? Will we be able to download, plug, and add UI option? No, we do not plan on UI customization at the moment. Will it be feasible for players to have different roles within their gang? Example, having a group scouting, a group of raiders, a group looters, etc. This is all up to the players themselves. Man, this is a lot. Regarding open world housing system, will there be some kind of limitation to help combat abuse, what I call plot bots, such as one plot land server per account? Land lots and housing will be sort of instant. Example, several players may have their own land a lot in town. When they approach it, it will be customized house where you invite other players to enter your house, and they will not leave the game server, and it's all happening. Sorry, I'm like watching a game right now. How respawn will after death be handled? Once you die, you'll be able to respawn in the closest town, at the hotel, or the closest house, cabin, farm you own or rent. Questions regarding gangs. Will gangs be able to set up their own emblem to distinguish them apart? Yes, gangs will have their emblems, slogans alongside the name of clan. Question regarding gangs faction. Will there be a limit to number of members to gangs? There will be no limit to the number of clan members. Will trains be used as fast travel to get players from town to town, or will be used for things like faster movement along a set path or transportation? Yes, they will be used for fast travel between stations. When a player is killed by another player, will there be an option for a custom death message? Most likely no, to avoid excessive griefing. How in depth do the player's skin colors go? Will it predominantly be white Hispanic characters, or will there be larger spectrum ranging for all character skin tones? We're planning to have a wide range of skin tones available as face shapes and features. We have not yet figured this out due to technological and resource requirement, but trust us that we want there to be a lot of options. Will there be any convert in-game currency to real money store currency like Guild War 2 does? No, we will not facilitate the way player transfer money in-game between accounts or currency out-game. Will we have errands? Yes. Will there be in-game voice chat for players, or will it require third-party software like TeamSpeak or Discord? Voice chat will be built into the game, available for all players. Will items in the game have a variety of values that will correlate stats buff they give? Something like common, uncommon, rare, epic, legend, mythical? Yes. Why not release pre-orders for more funding? We'll announce pre-orders as soon as we have more to show our players. We want to make sure everyone knows that what they're getting before they pre-order game. I'm pretty sure this game is going to get delayed to 2018. Will WWO support 21:9 monitor, and will it have controller support? The controller support from the start. There will be enough requests. If there's enough requests, 21:9 monitor will add that. What kind of healing mechanics game have? We don't want to make the game overly complex, so most likely it'll be something pretty easy to use. To stimulate crafting, do items wear down or need replacing after time, and do we need bullets, arrows? We think crafting it as more as a side dish in main game, and not have something players be forced to deal with to be successful. What kind of weapons can we expect? Pistols, shotguns, repeater rifles, basically things you expect to see in a Western style game, plus some experimental guns from that era. Will we have the option or make characters older terms of appearance, both male and female? Most likely no. There's no extensive physical customization. What mechanics will be in game to help aid sheriffs, bounty hunters, and bandits? Example, handcuffs, lasso hangings, being sent to jail or escaping jail, being able to drag a person after a very well aimed lasso throw to another place. We'll reveal that later on. Okay, hang on, let me take a look at something. Oh, Ducks haven't scored yet. Okay, what will you do to prevent combat hackers, aimbots, and reporting player system? We have sophisticated custom developed anti-cheat system, and we will believe it's some curve of cheating, including aimbots will provide a report player service. Will you be able to see when friends, clan members were last online so that we may spot inactivity? Yes, you will. If a player reaches 0 health, they will die, or will they be in down state where they can be revived or executed? They'll go into incapacitated state and slowly bleed to death. Their friends will be able to revive them, and their enemies will be able to perform execution moves. Will two clans have the option to have undisturbed fights with each other without other clans or people disturbing their fights? They'll be able to do that in their own clan server. Will the server be primarily located? Is it 612 hosted them? We'll initially have the servers in North America and Europe, with more servers coming up South America, Asia, Oceania, and Russia. For some real, oh my god. Okay, we're almost there. For open world PvP, will it be genuine open world PvP and where nowhere it's safe, or except perhaps in towns with guards? It's a real open world PvP with no restriction outside towns and settlements. What is the player's limit for groups, poses? 4, 8, etc. We plan for 8 players. Will the game have things like values, just where the players store gear and currency? Oh, vaults. Okay, will they have vaults? Yes, there will be vaults for players to store their loot. In terms of game's economy, will it be cents and USD, or will it be some own type of currency system? Most likely it will be some imaginary currency system based on silver, gold, dollar coins. What kind of damage models are you going to implement game? Will it have the standard FPS, potential one-shot kills, or be more like Division, bullet sponge? It'll be some sort of in between, with average kill requiring, dependent on weapons, something between 3 to 5 body shots and a chance to deal a critical headshot damage. Will the game include TNT or explosives for things like ore mine, terraforming, etc.? The games will not have terraform, but will have a variety of explosives. Is there a possibility that the game will include pets, something like a dog to help hunting and scouting? This is something that has been requested by many players. We have not announced plans for pets yet. Stay tuned. Will there be game include liquor and give the player a buff? Example, 1 to 2% damage reduction or something along like that. Yes, it will. Drinking through will have negative effects, blurred vision, or worsening damper on how drunk you get. Will the map include hidden secrets like gold vaults, fortunes? Maybe going west far enough leads to lost Indian civilization. Yes, a bunch of our PvE activities center around exploration and treasure hunting. How will weapons mechanics be? Hit scan, or will be slight realism then? All weapons have proper bullet ballistics and actually takes some time for bullets to reach target, so you have planned to bullet fight as they drop. Wine, yes, duck scored. Okay. Time as wine is dropped. Wine, weather, drink, even about. Okay. Hang on, let me see this goal. Sorry, I should probably edit this out, but you know, still early channel. Most people don't see this. Okay. Oh, someone broke their stick and hit in from the side. Let's see. Go there. Okay. Swing back. Knocks his center. Oh, and in case. That's great. Okay. Here we go. Sorry about that. How will weapons mechanics be hit, scan, or will there be a slight realism to them? All weapons have proper bullet ballistics, so actually it takes some time for bullets to reach its target, so you have to plan for a bullet fight as well as drop. Wind or weather will not affect the guns though. Think of more like Battlefield 1 and not like CSGO, Call of Duty. What engine will this game be made in? We are using proprietary licensed engine directly designed to develop specifically for open world online games. We'll cover our technology in more details coming months. The game engineering rendering is Direct 11 base. Imagine there will be trading between characters. If so, how do you combat gold or whatever currency may be sellers? While we allow players to trade with each other, we're not planning to allow in-game currency to be exchanged or traded between players. So it looks like there you can't buy from other players, but you can trade weapons or items, maybe? This quest verge in the lines between R-rated and X-rated. Since the game's R-rated, will include option for female male characters to partake in prostitution. There's no option for players to become prostitutes. Are you planning to have multiple character slots? If so, how many, or just a single character where you can respect and play as your preference change? We're debating that as of now with both option possibility. Will you use a community voted reputation for chat in game? Yes, you'll be able to mute anyone you don't like. Can you get other languages like Japanese, Chinese, so on? The game will be localized widely used language and language majority players like Russian, Mandarin, etc. Will certain NPCs be invaluable to damage death, such as NPCs vital to accessing certain features, shopkeepers, access to bank, etc.? Most likely yes. We don't have this simplification. Most likely we'll make shops, saloons, etc. be gun-free zones, but once again, we'll see. A lot is up in the air. It is mentioned that you can steal items from a boat, stores, camps. Can you go in depth on how the mechanic works? We'll have several systems in place as we think they're really needed to test them during the alpha, figure out what's best remain in the game. We've seen images of creeks, lake, both water environments. Will the game feature swimming, or will it just simply die if they fall in water? We plan to have character be able to swim eventually. Right now they can't go deep in the water. Will there be any way for players to build, buy, operate business such as general stores, saloons, funeral parlors, barbershop? We don't have this in the game yet, featured in the game yet, but it's something we're actively discussing. Alright guys, sorry for mispronouncing anything and for hiccups and sluther. It's a lot to read in one go, but I did it. Alright guys, see you next time.